All right, getting to know your host, Krista Wiley. That's me. I'm going to be your host for this meeting. I am a mother of three. That is my family. That was us in Cancun this past July for our family vacation. Absolutely loved using the perks of being a travel agent. I do live in Southern California, been a California native my entire life. I've been a travel agent almost 3 years. February will be 3 years that I've been a travel agent. I am one of the company's travel trainers, top income earners, as well as IATAN card holder. Prior to doing this, I was actually a paramedic for 15 years. I actually got injured in the line of duty on a minor traffic collision, blew out my back. I was sitting at home healing, wasn't really sure what was going to happen with my career. I'd gone to school at one point to become a travel agent that had kind of fallen by the wayside. And I said, I'm going to kind of dive back into that and see what's going on in the industry. I'm very glad that I did 3 years ago. As a paramedic, I did teach for 10 years as well as being a field training officer. So I'm no amateur when it comes to training adults for their job, right? I'm also an avid cruiser, absolutely love cruising, and I do many of the cruise trainings actually for our company. Now, what will we be covering? We're going to go over how to be a travel agent in today's market and enjoy the perks while working remote from home. We're going to go over the ability to earn money from home as a travel agent, how to obtain your travel credentials, how to get your travel agent certification, how to book travel for friends, family, colleagues, and clients, while also enjoying all of the amazing perks and benefits. Now, this may be right for you if you are interested in what the travel industry has to offer, which obviously you guys must, right? If you're here, you guys must have some kind of interest in the travel industry. You want to enjoy life more and start traveling. Maybe I use this example quite often, maybe you are one of those people that is what I call a tax return vacationer, meaning that you wait for your tax return to come into the mail or deposit it into your account. And that's what dictates what kind of vacation you go on. You guys, that's how it was for me for 12 and a half years. I was a single mom. And so that's basically how we vacation was I saw how much money came in and that's what I spent on our vacation. As a travel agent, I don't have to worry about that or do that anymore. You want to take advantage of the perks of being a travel agent. Maybe you're tired of not making enough and want to supplement your income. Maybe you want a business or a side business for yourself. Maybe you're already a travel agent, or like me, you'd already gone to school to become a travel agent. You just didn't really know where to apply it or where to go, right? Or maybe you're looking for a better option. Maybe you want to work from anywhere in the world. One of the great things is that because this is a remote situation, you can work it from anywhere in the world. Now, who do we work with? We are Archer and Evolution Travel. First, I'm going to go over Archer. That's Archer Travel Group. They are family owned and operated since 1952. They do have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are a travel agency with all of the proper credentials for you to be confident to book travel for all of your friends, family, associates, and new clients. We are members in good standing with ASTA, NACTA, OSSN, ARC, IATAN, and CLIA. Now, IATAN and CLIA, those are our governing bodies. Those are the ones that set our rules and regulations for how we can sell travel. Now, just over a year ago, we actually became platinum members with CLIA. And what that means is that Ron Archer actually sits on the board of directors and helps make those rules and regulations when it comes to cruises, which is pretty awesome because when things change in the industry, guess who gets to know about it first? Us, because he's right there helping make those decisions. Now, on the left-hand side, we do have some awards and accolades, and we're working on getting some newer pictures from the last couple of years that, the pandemic and COVID kind of made it hard to get those awards out. But things like Top Sales Producer, Sales Excellence Awards, things like that. Now, you guys, I was actually at the office, our corporate office. It's in La Crescenta. We actually have offices in Las Vegas, Mexico, Australia. We are in the process of acquiring some places in the UK and around the world. But I was recently in the La Crescenta office and we had kind of like our yearly meeting to kind of let us know what we're doing in the travel industry. You guys, I was blown away, and I'm going to ask you the question because I love to see, I'm just curious what people think the number is. You guys, how much travel do you guys think we sold in the year 2022? Put it in the chat box. How much travel do you guys think? Give me a dollar amount. Put it in the chat box. 2 million, 500, 2 million, 2 million, 2 million. A lot of you said 2 million, 5 million, 50,000, 20 million, 2.5 million, 100 million. You guys, in the year 2022, we sold just north of $180 million worth of travel. $180 million worth of travel. You guys, we are slated in the year 2023 to sell $250 million worth of travel. What does that tell you about Archer Travel Group? What does that tell you? It's growing, it's huge, strong, successful, well-known, profitable, growing fast, successful. It's a great travel group, right? You guys, we are the #1 host agency in the world. #1 host agency in the world, grossing the most travel bookings every year, right? So that means that people are coming back to us, right? They're using our agents. We're successful. You guys, we have very well dived into all of the vendors and suppliers. We have great relationships with them and keep getting more and more from them because we do sell a lot. iPhone, I don't know your name, but you said you do right by your people. Absolutely. We have a great reputation. You guys, a lot of people were sitting there, and the reason I like to ask this is because a lot of people don't think that travel agents are used anymore. They think that travel agents went out with dinosaurs. Well, I'm here to tell you that obviously with that number, that is not the case. People are actually turning to travel agents more and more now. You guys, the reason that is because we are a service-based society. I almost got that backwards. We are a service-based society, meaning that people like things done for them. They're so busy, they'd rather have somebody else do it for them. So we're going to kind of dive into what we can do for our clients, right? What makes up the industry, right? Most people, when they think of the travel industry, they think of leisure, right? We think of family vacations. We think of romantic getaways. We think of all-inclusives, right? We think about Greece and going to Crete and going to Santorini and seeing Athens and the ruins, right? That's what we think of when we think of travel. Now, you guys, we would be missing a whole chunk of travel clients if we didn't dive into these next couple of things. And maybe as I'm going through this, you find that you're already connected or you know some things. Maybe this is a good thing for you to tap into, right? The very first one is going to be business travel. Things like conventions, on-the-fly business meetings, company trips and events, and network marketing events. You guys, businesses and corporations typically do not have an in-house travel agent. So they're either having to outsource or they have somebody in the office that's pulling double, triple duty that's having to also book that travel. Now, you as a travel agent can come into these businesses and gain corporate clients, and it costs them nothing. And let me tell you, businesses and corporations, they love looking at that bottom line, and if they can save money, they're all about it. Now, the next one is sports travel. Sports travel, things like youth tournaments, cheerleading tournaments, e-sport tournaments. Everybody knows, I'm sure here, everybody knows somebody that has a kid or a friend or a friend's kid or niece or nephew, or maybe even your husband or your wife who plays on some sort of championship or travel ball league, right? We are able to book that travel for them. Now, the next one is religious travel, things like Holy Land and mission trips to Israel, Jordan, Egypt, and Africa. Maybe you have youth that want to go they want to trek, they want to go to Israel and they want to trek Jerusalem. They want to see all of those different things. Maybe you're already part of a church or you have several churches in your area that have youth group trips, have couples retreats, men and women getaways. You guys, I actually have an acquaintance that I met through another organization that my son was in, and his church has a group of about 80 people who travel every single year. It may not be religious travel, but they travel every single year as a group. This last year, they tried to do it without a travel agent, and they realized just how many pieces were involved in that. And they're like, Krista, we need your help, right? I simply was just having a conversation with him, and a relationship was built there with his church. Now, wedding travel. Things like bachelorette arrangements, destination weddings, wedding cruises, international wedding plans. You have to get all of the wedding guests there, even if it's a domestic wedding, right? Even if it's within the United States, people have to fly to that city, right? You're going to have to do a block of rooms. They're going to need a place to stay if they're not local. We also have honeymoon travel as well as anniversary travel. Now, one of the great things about the wedding industry is if they come to you for their honeymoon, they're going to come to you for their family vacations. They're going to come to you for their anniversaries. They're going to continue to work with somebody that knows them, knows their likes. But also, you guys, these people typically know people that are also getting married, right? So that's where some referrals can also come in. Now, what can we book? You guys, it'd be very easy to sit here and say, well, we book everything. But then I'm sure that you guys would have questions and still would say, Krista, well, but can we sell this? But can we sell that? Right? So I'm going to just kind of answer all of that. We do book cruises. We book flights and hotels. We book all-inclusive resorts as well as rental cars. We build these packages for our clients. So this isn't like a book you guys are going to open up and say, oh, like this looks like a great thing, right? We're not a vacation club. We're not selling refrigerators and vacations and toilet seats and groceries, right? We are travel agents who are providing a service to our clients, and we're building these very specific packages for our clients. I recently had a client who wanted to see Rome and Italy, but most importantly, they wanted to go to Greece. Her parents are from Greece. They're getting a little bit older. And so they wanted to be able to go kind of tour around Greece to see family. But since they were already over there, they're like, let's go to Italy first. So I was able to plan this very step-by-step place for them. Some places they needed hotels, some places they need transportation, they needed a train, they needed plane tickets. And as travel agents, we're able to book those packages for our clients so they have all of those entities that they need. Now, on top of being able to book those things for them, we're also being able to book their shows, things like Broadway, off-Broadway, Vegas style shows. We also book all of their excursions. We even have the ability to give them the link for them to book their own excursions. Say they don't really want to plan their day-to-day to minute by minute on their vacation. So they're able to access these excursion listings and purchase them while they're in country or at their destination. So that way, if they choose to then do an excursion, they can, and that way we can help them as well. We also have access to wholesale theme park tickets, as well as sporting events, right? Super Bowl's coming up. I know everybody's deep into the championships and who's going where and doing what and who's winning. I have a deep connection into one of the teams. I won't say who, but hoping that they do well and would love to see them go to the Super Bowl. But you guys, we can sell tickets to the Olympics. We can sell them to hockey games, baseball games, all sorts of different things, basketball and whatnot. We are able to purchase those tickets for our clients to really just give them a very well-rounded vacation. I actually have a friend who he has a dream to visit every single baseball stadium in the United States. So every couple of months, or every month, I should say, during baseball season, he's off to a new place so that he can write that off on his bucket list. You guys, we are a one-stop shop for our clients' travel needs, and you can plan their travel from start to finish. Literally, we can do it all. We plan everything, we can get them checked in, we can make sure all of those things are taken care of for them on their vacation. Now, how do we get paid? I know this is a big one. People want to know, Krista, where's the money come from? You guys, we offer the highest travel commissions in the industry, and I can hands down say that is true because, like I said, I went to school to become a travel agent. I hit the streets. I tried to get a job at a brick and mortar, right? I was going through the interview process, and these people were telling me about 5-10% commission. 5-10% commission. I thought, okay, that's great. But I didn't really understand until I came here to understand how low that was. But also I understand that they couldn't pay much higher because they're a brick and mortar and they have so many other bills that they're having to pay for. Whereas with independent contractors, you're not having to house employees or anything like that. So our travel advisors take home a total of 90% of the travel commissions paid out by our vendors. Okay, so 100%, right? That's the whole big piece of the pie. 100% of vendor commission payout from the trip. 80% goes to you, the booking agent, right? You booked the trip, you researched it, you planned it, you booked it, you take care of your client. 80% goes to you. 10% is going to go to your travel trainer. Just like any other JOB out there, you have somebody that trains you to do the job. They get paid to train you. They obviously love to train you and they want to train you, but also they're getting paid to train you, just like I got paid to train people to become EMTs and paramedics, right? Now, 10% does go back to our host agency, Archer Travel Group. They make sure that we have that licensing, that bonding, the registration, the insurance, all of those things so that we are legal to sell travel, right? You guys, please, you do the hard work. He goes to the bats to make sure that we get the best commissions, the best payouts possible. He makes sure that all of those legalities are in set for us. So I'm like, yeah, please take that 10%, right? So now we're going to put those numbers into play, because maybe that doesn't make a whole lot of sense until we start playing numbers, right? So we're going to talk about a group cruise. Okay, group cruise. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line sells a 7-day cruise for an average of $3,000. Now I understand, depending on ship and cabin class and those things, it could vary. It could be more, it could be less. But we're going to go average of $3,000 double occupancy, meaning 2 people in the cabin. Okay. Royal Caribbean, they do pay 16% commission. They come right in between. Our vendors usually pay somewhere between 10 and 22%. So they're right there in the middle at 16. So that's $480 per cabin. So $480 times 16 cabins at $7,680 in gross commissions. Now, you as the booking agent, you're making 80% of the paid out commission. So $6,144. You guys, now, my question to you is, how many months would you have to work at your normal JOB to make almost $6,000, or to make just over $6,000? Put in the chat box. How many months would you have to work to make $6 grand? 4 months, 6 months, 1, 4, 2, 3 to 4, 3, 3. Most people about 3. You guys, as a paramedic, it would take me 2 months of work to make what it pays out on this one group cruise. That's crazy. All I had to do was book a cruise and duplicate the process for a group cruise, right? So 16 cabins, $6,144. You guys, plus for every 16 cabins sold, you're going to earn 1 free cabin. Now, what do we do with this free cabin? What would you guys do with the free cabin? What would you guys do with that free cabin? Travel? I'd go, give it to my family, offer to a client, give it away, cash it in, use it, travel, incentive, use it, right? So there's 3 options. There's 3 options what to do with that free cabin, okay? The very first option is go on the cruise. You did the work, go on the cruise. Now, could you guys imagine just set up, let's say 12 months out of the year, you're going to do 6 group cruises. That's 6 cruises a year that you're going on. That's pretty phenomenal, right? So the second option is you guys could give that cruise back to the group, right? So I'm going to give you a scenario. Husband and wife, they're getting married on a cruise. I guess bride and groom, they're not married yet, right? Bride and groom, they're getting married on the cruise. They're having a cruise wedding. They've invited all of their guests. They have all these people going, but their favorite aunt and uncle, they just can't afford. They're on a fixed income. They can't go, right? So the aunt and uncle just can't, they can't. Now you've earned this free, they've earned this free cabin. So you give that cabin back to them, right? You're going to give that free cabin back to them. What is that going to do for your business? What is giving that cabin going to do for your business? Retention. It gains trust, builds a relationship, good reviews, loyal clients. They're going to refer you to other people. One kind gesture has now increased your clientele, right? It's going to help it grow. Now, the third option is you guys can actually have it turned into tour conductor credits, and then it will be paid out into commission. Okay. So you're making $6,144. You get a free cabin to choose what to do with. And then remember, 10% is going to Archer, and then the other 10% to your travel trainer, which is the $768. I know somebody earlier said, is the $768 coming out of the $6,000? No. Remember, so we have 100%, right? A pie of 100%. 80% of that pie is yours, 10% is Archer, 10% is your travel trainer. So that 80% of 6,144 is yours. All right, moving on. Now, what are you guys going to get? You're going to get your own website, right? It's going to be maintained. It's going to be updated for you. Now, you can go on there and you can put your picture, you can put a bio, and that kind of stuff. There are some specials that you could go in there and change if you wanted to, but you don't have to develop your website. It's going to be made for you. You're also going to get your Archer certification. This is an 8-module certification program. It takes about an hour, hour and a half for you to complete. When you complete that, you download your certification. And when you complete that certification, that is when Archer is able to put you on his license, bonding, and insurance, making you legal to sell travel. Because a lot of people don't know you have to be certified and legal to sell travel. You can't just open up a site and start selling travel out of your trunk. That is illegal, right? You also are going to have 2 back office sites for all of your resources and to track all of your travel bookings and commissions. So you can, it's kind of like a CRM, if you guys know what a CRM is, but it keeps, you can keep track of all of your clients and whatnot there. You guys are also going to have direct access to our vendors and suppliers. Okay. Speaking of vendors and suppliers, Archer Travel has over 133 preferred vendors and relationships with hundreds of suppliers. We work with companies like Carnival, Sandals, Celebrity, Disney, Delta, Travel, Budget, Viking, Beaches, Sandals. Oh, I said Sandals already. Club Med, British Airways, Universal, SeaWorld, you name it. We work with all of these different companies and book travel. Now, if any of you guys have ever been in the travel space, you may have ever heard of something called a GDS. You guys, we don't use GDSs. And thank God we don't, because when I went to school, I had to learn the coding for GDSs. And I'm very glad that when I came to this company, I did not have to use a GDS because it would be a nightmare to have to teach everyone. You guys, rather, we actually get direct access into the portals of these vendors and suppliers, which means no software to download onto your computer. We actually log straight into travel agent portals. We have access to live inventory, and then there's no case of double, triple booking. And we can see live up to minute availability. Now, you guys, how many of you have ever used one of these guys over here on my left-hand side? How many of you guys have ever used Expedia, Orbitz, Hotels.com, Travelocity, or Trivago? I know, no shame. I won't be shaming anybody. Yes, right? Many of you guys have used them. Same thing, you guys, before I was a travel agent, guess what? I used them as well. I used Expedia, Orbit, all of those things, right? Now, before I was a travel agent, I didn't really understand how third-party vendors worked, which is what these companies are, which is what Booking.com is, what all of those other, what I like to call click and buy. They're more professionally called OTAs, online travel agents. You guys, as you're diving into the travel industry, it's very important for you guys to understand how third parties work. Okay, first of all, we aren't Costco, we aren't a vacation club. We aren't some we do have access to wholesalers, but we aren't like that, right? We are also not a third party vendor. So this is what happens. Expedia goes out and they purchase a bunch of inventory, right? They purchase a bunch of inventory. Then they sell it across multiple lines, competing in prices. So you might go to Expedia and the trip is $1,000. You might go to Travelocity, it's $990. You might go to Orbitz and it's $1,100, right? But it's all of the same inventory. It's exactly the same thing. They're just competing in prices, and then they throw points at you or some kind of whatever, right? Now, it's important for you guys to understand this. One, Expedia owns all of these companies, so they're selling all the same inventory across all of those lines. Two, has anybody here ever gotten to a ticket counter and they said like, oh, sorry, we don't have your reservation, or oh, we're booked up. I don't know how you possibly had a room. You guys in the chat box, anybody ever had that problem? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's happened, right? What do they tell you to do? What do they tell you to do when you get to the hotel counter? They tell you, Joseph said, fly a kite. Janine, call Expedia, right? They tell you, go call Expedia. They say, sorry, right? Yeah, they tell you to go call Expedia because you guys don't own the reservation. When you book third party, you don't. You're an authorized user, but you don't own the reservation, meaning you can't make changes to it. Only Expedia can, right? So they tell you to call Expedia. What happens then? What happens when you call Expedia? Or Orbitz or Hotels.com or any of those other ones? Not our problem. What happens when you call those companies? They put you on hold. You're on hold forever. They can't find their reservation. They don't answer. There's no actual person. You get the runarounds. You can't understand them. On hold forever. They bounce you from one person to the other. They say, too bad, you can't get another room. Sorry, no options to fix that, right? Now, you guys, knowing now how travel agents get paid, right? We showed you how the commission is built into the price of the package. You guys, guess what? When you are using Expedia, Orbitz, Hotels.com, Bookings.com, whatever other third party out there, you guys are paying to use a travel agent, right? The commission is built into the price of the package. Now, how does it feel that that's the service you're paying for, right? I felt pretty cheated. I was like, are you kidding me? Because I'm sure many of you guys here, you probably used an OTA because you didn't want to pay to use a travel agent, right? That was your big thing. Oh, well, I'll just go do it myself so I don't have to pay for a travel agent, right? Yeah, many of you guys have done that before, right? You guys are like, oh, I'll just go book it myself. Well, you're still paying to use one, which a lot of people don't understand. I get it. I was ignorant as well. So why not use a travel agent? If you're paying to use one, already, why not use a travel agent? You guys must be sleepy. There's nobody answering, right? Wouldn't you guys rather use a travel agent? Absolutely, right? Use a travel agent. Now, why am I telling you guys this? Again, like I told you, that as you're getting into the travel industry, you're going to have clients that come to you and say, why use your service over me going and purchasing it myself? Now, my next question is, how many of you, when you were booking it yourself on Expedia, you got a paycheck? Any of you guys get a paycheck when you booked it yourself on Expedia? No. I know, silly question, but no, right? No. But if you had been if you had been booking it yourself as a travel agent, you guys would have been making commission on your own travel. Now, I know I said this earlier. How many of you are tax return travelers? You guys wait for your tax return just to figure out which vacation you're going on? Me? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys, we're going to go into one of my favorite parts. Other than the amazing money that I make as a travel agent, I travel more. You guys, I went from 1 vacation a year to 6, all right, because of the travel perks. So we're going to go over some of these travel perks. We're going to explain to you how you can make money on your own travel as well. Okay. Very first one. How many of you guys would love to go on a free cruise? How many of you guys would love to go on a free cruise? I know it's probably a silly question, but there's some people out there that are probably like, no, absolutely. You guys, when you finish your Princess Cruise Line training, you guys are going to be able to earn a complimentary cruise for 2. You guys get to decide. You want to go on a 3-day cruise, you want to go on a 7-day, 10-day, whatever. We actually just had an agent return. She did the 15-day from LA to Hawaii and back. It cost her $467 for a 15-day cruise. $467. I want you guys to write that down. $467 for a 2-week cruise, right? That cruise normally would cost you about $6,000. So that's saving you $5,500, just over $5,500, right? So that complimentary cruise for 2, you just have to pay those port fees and taxes. Now, any theme park fans in here? Anybody here like Disney World, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Universal, SeaWorld, any of those places? Yes. I know, silly question as well. Never been. You know, it's funny is I really wanted to take my family of 5. To Walt Disney World. It was just too expensive, right? You had to max out a credit card, take out a loan on your house, right? Something silly, crazy in order to go to Walt Disney World. That was kind of how I felt. When I became a travel agent and I completed my Disney College of Knowledge, I suddenly earned complimentary tickets, as well as discounts on property hotels. We earn free theme park tickets for completing our training with Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, all of those other theme parks, right? You complete your training, you earn complimentary theme park tickets. You guys, I'm going to tell you, it's pretty crazy because when I did it, my jaw pretty much hit the table. So I took my family to Walt Disney World in March of 2021. I paid less for my family of 5 to go to Walt Disney World than it cost me to take my family to Disneyland, which is about 45 minutes away from me, for a weekend as a consumer. It cost me less to go to Walt Disney World for a week with my family of 5 than a weekend at Disneyland as a consumer. And I drive there, right? My Walt Disney World trip, I had to pay for airfare. I had to pay for hotel, right? I got complimentary tickets. I live in California, so we all know Florida's all the way on the other side of the country, right? It cost me less to do that than drive myself to Disneyland and stay at an on-property hotel and Disneyland tickets. I know, pretty crazy. Now, you guys, I love a good discount. Anybody here love a good discount? Like you find yourself still going to, you go to like Ross or Marshall's and you still hit up the clearance rack because why not? If I can get it on sale, all right, might as well. I love a good discount. I have no problem going and asking about these discounts. So as a travel agent, we get travel agent discounts. Disney was doing not too long ago, they were doing $40 per person per night on cruise. Carnival was doing $20 per person cruises about 6 months ago. I just got on there last night. I was looking at different things and it was like 50% off Cancun resorts, all types of different things, right? So you're able to get discounts on your own travel. But remember, I told you I asked you guys if you guys were making paychecks on your own travel. So not only do I get discounts on my own travel, but I also make commissions on my own travel. So when cruising reopened, I booked a cruise for my family of 5. I saved $6,000 on my cruise, but I also made $800 in commissions. Okay, so I saved $6,000, I made $800. But also we can become members of CLIA, this is my old card. My other one is in my wallet, but this is my CLIA card. And with this CLIA card, we get additional bonus commissions on cruises, but it goes one step further. I got to write the cruise off on my taxes. Anybody know why I get to write the cruise off on my taxes? Why I got to write my trip to Cancun off on my taxes? Why I got to write my Walt Disney World trip off on my taxes? It's a work trip. It's work related, business related. It's a work trip, business expense. Absolutely. It's part of running a business, right? What am I doing while I'm at the resort? What am I doing while I'm at Disneyland? What am I doing while I'm at Universal? I went to Universal this weekend and used my perks. Stayed at a hotel, was down in Hollywood for the weekend, right? Got to write off the whole thing. Working, marketing, research, right? I'm checking out the health and safety. I'm checking out the food. I'm checking out the entertainment. I'm checking out the hotel. I'm checking out the cleanliness, right? The area, right? I want to make sure that when I send my clients to Universal Hollywood, that I'm not putting them in a bad part of town. I'm observing the hospitality. I'm checking out the food. I'm checking out the entertainment. Same thing with the cruise ship. Guess what? If I've never been on a Princess Cruise Line training, or a Princess Cruise, there may be things I've experienced in the medallion class. So I can explain to them what the medallion class is and how to use it most efficiently, right? Yeah, I'm enjoying the heck out of my vacation, but I'm also experiencing and getting things so that I'm learning for my clients, right? So you get to get discounts, you get to make the money off your own travel, but you get to write it off on your taxes as an experience or for the business expense for your clients. But also, you guys, as home-based businesses, we actually have over 100 tax write-offs. Over 100 tax write-offs. You guys, let's think about it. What are some things that we can write off on our taxes as a business owner working from home? What are some things that we can write off on our taxes? Our office, Wi-Fi, workspace, internet, computer, office, internet, phone, Wi-Fi, our laptop, meals, clothes, food, telephone, phone bill, equipment, electricity, your heating bill, right? I need internet to run my computer. Home insurance, coffee. I'm good with that. Let's write off the coffee. Lord knows I probably run on too much of it. Yes, your cell phone. I had to buy a new printer because my other printer was just a dinosaur. So I just bought myself a new printer. Guess what? That was a tax write-off. I need paper for that printer. It's a tax write-off, right? My office is in my home. So I get to write off a percentage of my rent and or your mortgage. You guys, I advertise on my vehicle. So I write off a portion of my car payment. Okay, so over 100 tax write-offs as a travel agent. Also, guys, once you get paid out your first $5,000 in commission, you're going to earn your IATAN card. This is a accredited travel agent card. This is your it's the who's of the what's. No, it's that like ID, right? You guys can see mine there. I understand that it is my expired one, or it expires actually at the end of this month. So I'm waiting for the new one to come in the mail. But you guys are going to get paid out your first $5,000 in commissions. You guys are going to earn this. It gets you other complimentary upgrades. It gets you other things. Also, you guys can do hotel inspections. So maybe you live near a big city. Okay. I had an agent once. She's like, well, Chicago's about an hour away from me. So she decided to go play tourist in Chicago. Perfect. Natalie said Atlanta's really close, right? So you go to Atlanta and you go to some hotels and you tell them, hey, I'm a travel agent. I was wondering if there's any way that I could do a hotel inspection. You're going to do a hotel inspection. You're going to be able to take photos. They're going to show you rooms. They're going to show you the gym. They're going to show you the dining area. Right? Perfect. Brooklyn lives close to Phoenix. Same thing, right? There's hiking trails. I would not go hiking in Phoenix because rattlesnakes scare me and I live where rattlesnakes are. But there's people that do that, right? Nashville. Yes, Lisa. Nashville is like party central, right? People want to go to Nashville. They want to go see all of those different things. They go to Memphis. They want to see Elvis's house. I'm sure that Memphis is probably, with the news of Lisa Presley, I'm sure that is, Memphis is probably going to be a hot place to go. Right. So I had an agent who actually went to Cancun. When he arrived, he showed his card. Right. He showed his card and he's like, hey, I'm a travel agent. I was wondering if I could set up some hotel inspections while I'm here for the week. They said, okay, let me see what I can do. I know, Colette, it was very sad. But at least she gets to see her son and her dad. Right. So he showed his card. He's like, can I do an inspection or whatnot? They actually bumped him from a garden view room to a junior suite, swim up suite. One of those ones where you like open your balcony door and there's a swim out pool, right? They upgraded him to that. So he went to his room and he was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. He took pictures, he took videos, he put it on social media, was raging about this place. It was a $2,500 increase, right? That's $2,500 that he didn't have to pay for. Why would they do that? Why would they upgrade a travel agent? Right? We're talking about your business. We're talking about how your business grows, right? Yes, marketing. You guys, when he thinks about sending somebody to Cancun, he's going to think of this hotel because of the way that he treated them or treated him, right? That's why they do it. They know, and it's free marketing for them, right? He's going to take pictures, videos, whatnot. He's going to market it, right? So this is super beneficial for your business, as well as your Clio card that you can get as well. Now, speaking on how to grow that business, speaking on what our vendors and suppliers, they do for us in order to grow. They do offer us free collateral and marketing. It's free. Did I say it's free? You guys, if it's free, it's for me. I absolutely love it. They send us, and I actually have a couple of boxes of different vendors in my garage, but this is this is from American Cruise Lines, and they're little brochures talking about the ship. So this one is from American Cruise Line. I have a lot of cruise ones because I specialize in cruising. I'm also a sandals and beaches specialized seller, so I get them from Beaches. You guys, these are magazines, and I know it's probably hard for you to see because I'm like this big on your computer or phone, but they also send us these magazines. You guys, these are great collateral and marketing material for you guys to put at doctor's offices, right? These are things that you guys are going to put wherever. Maybe you go throw some at the laundromat. Maybe you go throw them at the dentist or the salon, right? And on the very back, I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the very back, there's a place for you to be able to put your business. So you're able to hand these out. They're able to see, who to contact. They also give us these things that are deck by deck plans for cruise ships. So that way, if I have somebody that wants to book a Norwegian cruise, I can simply look up the schematics of that cruise ship, which makes it a lot easier for me to be able to put my client where they want to be on the cruise ship. I bent the page. So we get this marketing material from our vendors and suppliers. We also get digital marketing material. We get digital flyers that we can download and place, right? So that's all free to us. NCL Nordum is an amazing ship. Do you guys, cruise ships are just amazing in general, right? You guys can also earn cash points and merchandise just by selling travel and by attending webinars. Okay, sandals, because obviously I sell a lot of sandals. I know about the points program, but Barcelo and Resorts, there's several different vendors and suppliers that when you sell the product, you're actually going to get points. Now you can use these points to purchase your clients like a bottle of champagne, or you can use it for your own travel. But also when you guys go to these webinars and they're going to teach you like who to market to, who to advertise to, they're going to give you that. They do all of these market research, right? When you go places, they're always polling people. They're going to give you that information. And just for showing up to these trainings, they're going to raffle off hotel stays. I've seen them raffle off airline tickets on Delta first class. I've seen swag bags and gift bags and things like that. So just by going, and they want us to learn, they want us to be able to sell the products better. Right now, the next one is called FAM trips, which is short for familiarization trips. These are things that our business development managers and our tourism boards invite us out to. This is something that's going to be more like a business trip. This is things where they've already scheduled those hotel inspections. You might go on some excursions, but it's going to be more from a marketing aspect. FAM trips are usually up early in the morning. You're busy till about 4 in the afternoon, and then you have the rest of the day to be leisure and kind of just do your own thing. But FAM trips, they're more business trip like and just for the travel agent, whereas some of these other aspects, you can take a guest with you or family or get discounts on immediate family. So these are some of the amazing perks of being a travel agent. Like I said, book your own travel, make money on your own travel, write it off on your taxes, but also be able to really dive in and understand the inner workings of some of these things so you can sell them better to your clients. That's why they do it, right? They want us to be able to sell better to our clients. Who here is excited about the perks? Is it just me? Anybody else excited about the perks? Yes. You guys are already writing down, I want to go to Greece. I want to go to the Grand Canyon, Walt Disney World, and 3 cruises, right? Absolutely. All right. Now, how do I know I can gain clients? Krista, where do the clients come from? Where do they come from? I know that's a big question. You guys, people are super worried about this one. There's no cold calling. No cold calling. We are not going to have you pick up your phone and just start calling random phone numbers. Heck no. There's no cold messaging. You're not going to be having to send those weird faxes that people used to send through fax machines. None of that, right? You guys also do not have to rely on your friends and family. Do not have to rely on your friends and family. Linda said, yay, you guys, friends and family, God love them. But sometimes they want something for nothing, right? They want your discount. No, heck no, you can't get my discount. You want the discount, become a travel agent, right? So you don't have to rely on friends and family. How many of you would rather customers inquire with you to book travel instead of having to contact people? That is exactly what we're going to teach you. Strategic ad placement using multiple platforms to reach the cold market. We are going to teach you how to reach the cold market. This is a marketing term, right? Most people probably have never heard of the cold market, but typically what that means is people that you don't know, right? You're going to be tapping into the people that you don't know. That's where a majority of our clientele does come from, right? You do not need to rely on your friends and family to earn an income. You do not need to know a lot of people to earn an income. Are you coachable and will you attend trainings? Does that sound doable? Are you guys coachable and are you willing to go to trainings? Yes, yes, yes. We give you proven to work techniques to copy and paste. I'll paste it, I'll post it, you copy it, you paste it, right? Very easy. So we're going to show you guys I'm going to kind of dive into how this works. You guys, how many here use social media? How many of you guys use social media? Me, I do. There may be a few of you that are like, Chris, I don't like social media. That's fine. You don't have to like social media. That's totally fine. I know a lot of people, they don't like social media, right? But as a business, you absolutely should like social media, right? There's one of two ways to advertise your business, right? It's online or in person. So the first way we're talking about is online, right? Things like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Google, right? All of those online medias that you guys can use in order to advertise your business. Okay, we're going to show you that. But also, now we're going to flip to the other way. Where are some places that you guys could advertise and market your business in what I call the real world? I know I've already given you guys a lot of examples, so you shouldn't have a problem telling me. Where are some places you could advertise your business? School, salons, offices, grocery stores, your car. Okay, not online. We've already talked about the online. So Facebook is online, right? Library, doctor's offices, medical facilities, nail salon, laundromats, events in the community. Absolutely. How many of you have farmers markets? How many of you have bazaars? How many of you have community events? How many of you have seen wedding vendor shows? I know one where I used to live, we used to have like a homes and garden show. You could have a booth there. Neighborhood monthly events. Absolutely. HOA meetings. Absolutely. HOA meetings, they just became a positive thing, right? Some people hate HOAs, but guess what? Now these pains in your tushies, right? You're going to start selling them travel and they're going to love you. So lots and lots of places for you guys. You guys join social clubs, things like Chambers of Commerce, Lions Club, Rotaries clubs, your husbands or wives' workplaces, meetups, sport organizations. Absolutely. You guys, it's important. I like people to start kind of spinning those wheels. If you guys haven't already, you guys should be writing some of these things down on your paper. These are places for you to advertise and market your business, right? We show you how to expose your travel business and get ahead of people before they book travel, so they book it with you instead. From there, you earn your friends and family's business and grow your travel business. You guys, this isn't friends and then strangers. This is strangers and then friends, because they suddenly see, oh, wow, you're yeah, I booked my travel too, right? Oh, you're a teen mom. Look at you. Awesome. What about boys and girls clubs? Actually, funny story. I advertised on my car, and I actually had the Boys and Girls Club email me today saying, hey, we're doing a fundraiser. Would you like to donate something to our fundraiser, and we'll advertise and market? You guys, I did nothing but advertise on my vehicle, and they reached out to me, right? All I was simply doing was driving my son to school. Pays to drive around, right? Make that gas and tax write-off, right? All right, now how do I know I can do this? Well, first of all, you have an amazing group of people to work with. This is just one small little room of people at a Q&A session that we had in Las Vegas last year. Absolutely love these people. What does my car look like, Joy? I can show. It's wrapped by sandals. It's wrapped by sandals. We are about taking your beginning travel agent and or seasoned travel agent and giving a path to success. This includes, but not limited to, daily live new agent orientation. You guys, we have live new agent orientation 7 days a week. So there is not a reason in the world why you can't go to new agent orientation. Rudy, I'm in Vegas. Well, you're perfect. That's a perfect place to be, right? Daily live Q&A, travel booking webinars, weekly live travel agent marketing, booking training. You also have access to Travel Agent Academy, which you could go, maybe you don't know a whole lot about travel, then that's totally fine. But you could go get certified in Atlantis. You could go get certified in Chile or Honduras or Australia or Ireland and Scotland. Maybe you want to just simply become a California specialist, or maybe you want to be a Florida specialist, right? There's lots of things to do in both of those destinations, right? Oh, sorry, I had to move something. Travel agents at home, which is emails plus monthly magazine, as well as weekly, bi-weekly, and that one-on-one time with your mentor. We truly are a big support system. I could call any one of these people up in the room that I needed to and ask for help, which is a huge thing for me. Okay, recap. So full travel agency, 70-year plus travel agency, website with maintenance and updates. You're going to obtain your travel agent certification. Remember, it's 8 modules, takes about an hour, hour and a half to complete. Access to hundreds of vendors and suppliers. You're going to be able to earn your IATAN card, travel booking and marketing training. Access to fam trips and perks. You guys, not from like day 90, but from day 1, you guys are able to access those trips and perks. Small group coaching, as well as that one-on-one time with your travel trainer. Now, this is a picture of our website. You guys can see here, you guys can change your picture. You'll put your name, your bio, and there's different things for your clients to look at. And if this was scrolled down a little bit more, it would have different specials for your clients. There's that certification, the vendors and suppliers, the IATAN, the training, the amazing perks, collateral, marketing, all of that amazing stuff that our vendors and suppliers do for us so that we can be successful business owners. And also, like I said, that big family dynamic of travel agents that are all here to support you. I don't know about you, but just looking at that group of people makes me want to be a part of it, right? All right, now we're going to talk about evolution. So I talked about Archer, right? 70-year travel agent. Well, just like any other business, you want growth, right? You always want your business to be growing. So about 10 years ago, Ron Archer and his brother Steve, they were like, you know what? We want to start hiring independent contractors, because in order for your business to grow, you do one of 2 things. One, you start popping up brick and mortars and kind of franchise, or you hire independent contractors. So Ron decided he was going to hit up Craigslist. He was going to try to start hiring some independent contractors. He wasn't super great at it. So he got into business with David McCovey. They have a handshake, as we jokingly say, napkin deal. But Dave was a lot better with the network marketing kind of independent contractor thing. And so they built a relationship. So now we can hire in 33 countries. We now have a huge market in Mexico. We have a budding one in Australia, like I said, the UK, and it's starting to pop up, but we're able to hire in more places with the independent contractor, okay? Now, David also understood how important it was for some people who wanted to get into an industry. They wanted to make good money, but they're like, I don't really know a whole lot about it. So you have to start at an entry level. Well, if you go anywhere, people are like, well, if you don't have experience or you don't have the education, they don't want to hire you. Well, to David, that was unacceptable. He wanted people to be able to come in entry level and have the same ability as anybody else. Now, Evolution Travel is an all-in-one month-to-month travel agency with a one-time enrollment. Now, before we dive into that, you guys, what I want to do is actually dive into investing in jobs, in JOBs, right? We've all done it. We all invest in every job that we've ever had to work for, right? Or we've worked for. You guys, what I want you to do is we want to have this conversation. What I want you to do is name a couple of places, or not a couple of places, name a couple of things you've ever had to pay for to have a job, get a job, keep a job. Name a couple of things that you guys have ever had to pay for to get to a job, have a job, keep a job. Gas, scrubs, fingerprints, Wi-Fi, college, right? Student loans in the house, right? That's a big investment. We invest in our education. We invest in that debt, but no hopes of a job. That's a huge one, right? You guys, guess what? I had to pay to go to paramedic school. Well, I didn't have to go to paramedic school. I chose, right? But guess what? That came with student debt. That also came with a 9,000-hour internship in which I had to drive to, I had to do, and I didn't get paid for, with the hopes of getting a job, right? Car, gas, education, childcare. Anybody pay for childcare just to go to work? That's a circle, right? You got to pay for childcare to go to work, but you go to work so you can pay for childcare sometimes, right? Guess what? I don't pay for anymore. Guess what I don't pay for anymore? Childcare. Guess who got to raise their children? Me, right? There was a lot of my older son's life that I missed because I was a single mom and I had to go to work, right? So not only do you get to work from home, you get to raise your kids. I don't put as much gas in my car. I'm not having to pay for childcare. My student loan debt, gone, right? All of those things. So me, childcare, right? Education and all of that. There's always a cost, always. So I'm glad we went over that. You guys, when you join our company, it's normally $300, then $69.95 per month. When you start, it's normally $369.95. However, it's not. Don't get scared. It's not. They have completely eliminated the enrollment fee of $300. So there is no enrollment fee, just the $69.95. Now, Krista, what does the $69.95 go towards? Well, I've already gone over it a couple of different times, but I'm going to reiterate it, right? The $69.95 is going towards your errors and omissions insurance. This is something that every single travel agent has to have a $1 million policy. Part of your $69.95 goes to make sure that you have errors and omissions insurance. Part of that $69.95 goes to cover your website. Part of that $69.95 gives you access to the vendors and the suppliers and the top commissions that come with it, right? That $69.95 is getting you all of these different things, but the $69.95 is also a tax write-off. So you get to write off that business expense. Yes, the hotel discounts and the free cruises are fantastic. You get to set your own hours. Guess what? You don't want to work today? Don't. If you want to work 7 days a week, do it. Nobody can tell you when you can and can't work. There's also a 10-day money-back guarantee. So you guys get in, you do the training, you get the certification, you do all of those things, and you realize 7, 8, 9, 10 days down the road, for whatever reason, it's not for you. You guys can simply go in your back office and cancel and walk away, get your money back, and nobody would ever tell you the difference, right? You guys, I don't know what other company out there you could put the gas in, buy the car, or not buy the car, put the gas in, buy the uniform, get to work, go to work for 7 days, absolutely hate it, and ask the boss for the money back, right? They'd laugh at you, right? Okay, goodbye. No, you guys get to see everything, do everything, be certified, do all of those things. And if it's not for you, you get the money back, right? Fam trips, work from the beach, but also no sales quotas or commission caps. Why? Because it's your business. So if you see this as a hobby, you see this as a way to make money on your own travel, you see this as a way to travel more, right? You guys already saw $467 for a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 cruise. That's already saving you thousands of dollars, right? So if this is your way to travel more, then that works too. But if this is a way for you to ditch your 9 to 5, if this is a way for you to have a side hustle, side gig, make extra money, or you just want to be able to work from home or whatever the case may be, there is no commission caps. You can make as much money as you possibly want. Discounts to Disney, but also you guys, we're going to allow you to earn back that initial $69.95. So really it becomes not an issue at all, really, right? The $69.95, you pay it, you complete your success steps, and you guys are going to earn that $69.95 back. Now, these success steps are all things that are going to make you feel comfortable and confident in being a travel agent. It's going to be things like get your certification, clean up your social media, attend a marketing training, attend a goal setting training, attend these different types of trainings in order to better you in your business. Complete your steps to success and earn your first month back. It's a guide to jumpstart your success within your first 30 days. You're going to feel more confident about your business, booking travel, and talking to clients. Now, you guys, this $69.95, it's coming from your leadership. So don't hit up Ron, don't hit up David. They're not going to be able to, what are you talking about, right? This is coming from us, right? So again, full travel agency, website with maintenance and updates, travel agent certification, vendors and suppliers, earn your I-attend card, travel booking training, marketing training, fam trips and perks, live small group coaching, as well as that one-on-one coaching. As a 1099 independent contractor, you will have the freedom to work remotely and the flexibility to set your own schedule. You can do this full-time, part-time, anytime, anywhere. I actually have an agent getting ready to go to Peru for a couple of months. She's taking her business on the road to Peru. She already did it a couple of months ago when she went to Costa Rica, right? So you guys are able to literally do this from anywhere. Now, again, there's 3 ways to earn money. We're going to recap those. Very first one is complete your success steps. You have 30 days to complete your success steps and get that initial $69.95 back. 2, travel commissions, right? We talked about the 80% of the paid out commission, but also we're going to teach you how to earn daily and instant commissions. So those are things like booking fees, service fees, and things like that. The third way, you guys all saw the travel trainer, right? That 10%. If that's something, if you're somebody who likes to train people, if you guys want to get into that mentorship program, if you guys want to help other people become successful in the travel industry by introducing them to this, you guys can earn a residual income, and that's paid out monthly. And that's something that we can go in a little bit further, but those are the 3 ways to make money, right? Complete the success steps, the travel commissions, and then the mentorship program. We are a community, a support network, and training program of travel professionals that are here designed to help you achieve financial freedom and time freedom using the travel business model. If you are struggling with not making enough at home, not being challenged, or you need more time with your family, we absolutely can help. Look at those people. Those are amazing. This is some of our council, like our founder council members. These are the people that help make those changes. They're really the ones that make sure that our company is running smoothly. And some of our leaders in Vegas, I swear, we're just a silly, fun group of people to hang out with and work with. So who is this perfect for? People who love to travel, people who love to help others, whether it's part-time or full-time. If you want to make money from home as a travel agent with a fully licensed, bonded, and insured travel agency with a community of supportive travel professionals, this is absolutely right for you. This is some of our Mexico agents too. Me getting one of my awards. Our goal is to work with positive people who are kind, high-spirited, and willing to learn while working hard for their success. Now, the Today Show did an article called 8 Lessons from Our Older Generation, and they interviewed people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond, and they revealed their biggest regrets in life to give perspective to the younger generation. I'm not going to read all of them to you, but there are 2 that stand out. The first one is not traveling enough. When your traveling days are done, you'll still wish you had taken just one more trip. People often put big trips off until retirement, only to find their health failing when they're ready to go. Their advice: travel is so rewarding that it should take precedence over other things you spend money on. Travel when you're able to, just go. It doesn't have to be luxury. It just has to be memories, right? The next one is not taking enough career chances. You guys, please don't wait till you blow out your back or you get physically immobilized because of your job or mentally just broken. Don't wait to that moment, right? The elders were much more in favor of career risk taking than Pilmer ever would have imagined. Many regretted saying no to opportunities because they were afraid of taking a chance or felt too comfortable in their current job. Our oldest generation is telling us that we need to live a life with yes as our bias. You're much more likely to regret a career move you didn't make than trying and having it not work out so well. So, recap. $69.95 to get started today. I don't know how long the promotion is going to go on for. They usually do give us a couple of days notice prior to that promotion changing. Remember, there is that 10-day money back guarantee. You also have 30 days after signing up, and every month after it is $69.95. You guys, put it down on the piece of paper. It is $69.95 monthly. You're going to want insurance every single month. You're going to want access to the vendors and suppliers every single month. You're going to want a website every single month, right? We talked about what that $69.95 goes towards. You guys are also free to cancel at any time with no cancellation fee. This isn't a gym membership. You're not locked in cement. There's not some whatever crazy thing that you have to do, jump through 14 loops in order to whatever. It's your business. You could be working your business for 6 months. Maybe you need to take a month off for whatever reason, and then hop back in, whatnot. There's that right there. No cancellation fees whatsoever.